This is just going to be a quick video about the advantages of the material list that you acquire through a well-formatted estimate. Listen, if this is the first time to my channel, I'm here to help you promote into the foreman position, or if you're already in that position, to help you become a better foreman. So let's get into this thing. Okay, so here is a copy of the actual material list. So a couple things you may notice is that it only contains the description of the material and the quantity. The pricing and the labor has been removed, so just makes it a little bit easier to interpret for your crews. Now, the nice thing about this is that you can actually select which tasks you want to print out. So you could print a specific material list for every member of your crew or crews, depending on the size of your project. And one thing that I recommend is that you take this material list and walk through these tasks with it to determine if there's any site-specific material that's going to be required. What I mean by site-specific is when you're doing your takeoff for your estimate and you only have a set of drawings in front of you, sometimes it's a little difficult to predict what you may actually encounter in the field. So now that you're standing on the actual job site, you want to take that material list, you want to walk through those tasks, and you want to determine if you need any special fittings for getting around things or through things or whatever. Now, there's a couple ways to do that. If it's a small project, I like to walk through the task with the person, or tasks, with the person who is going to be completing them. The reason I like to walk through it with them is because I want to encourage them as much as possible to use the material that's on site. Okay, if I'm the foreman, in our meeting when we vetted the takeoff, I got to put my 2 cents in and decide what material I wanted to use. Now I'm handing this off to a field worker, probably a journeyman, who's going to do the actual work. They're going to want to flavor it for their taste. You need to kind of discourage that, okay? Otherwise, you're just going to be chasing material for, 10 different journeymen so that they can all satisfy their taste. They need to flavor the soup to your taste, okay? So if it's a larger project, then I'm just going to hand these out to the lead person of the crew, who's going to be managing these tasks. I'm going to, let them know that unless it's absolutely necessary, I want them to use the material that's on site to complete the tasks. And then I'm going to let them have their way with it. So they should walk through all of the tasks on their list and make a list of any site-specific material that they think they're going to need, so that I've got 2 weeks to get that material on site. And if your procurement person can't get that material on site in 2 weeks, they need to go find a job somewhere else, and someone else needs to be brought in because they're not very good at their job, and that's my opinion. Okay, so very important, when you hand out the 2-week schedule, also hand out a material breakdown of every task so that they can be walked down and made sure that the material that you captured in the takeoff is going to take care of the task, and then probably 90% of the cases, 80 or 90%, the material will complete the task. But there are going to be occasions where, there's something out there on the project that wasn't foreseen that's going to create the need for some, various fittings or maybe even tools that you're going to need on site to complete those tasks. And you need to get that list in quickly so you can get that material list in. Now, what I like to do is when you start a project, you're going to have a 2-week schedule. That's going to be your most hectic time because you're actually starting the work. But you can print out the second 2-week schedule at the same time, and you can walk down a month's worth of work with your task and material list. So you can get ahead of yourself on material and give your procurement person plenty of time to get that stuff there. By the time you start, the package for the tasks that you're currently working on should already be on site. So all we're talking about here is just site-specific materials or tools or equipment that haven't been addressed in the initial takeoff. Okay, that's my advice for today. I appreciate you guys. Listen, couple things. If you want to get updated on videos, please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, I appreciate if you'd leave likes and comments and shares if you got any benefit out of this. And also, I'll put a link down below for my 12-day challenge, which is a 12 video series that will teach you everything I think you need to know in order to be a good foreman. It'll ship you out a video a day to your email, and you can watch that. It's about a 20-30 minute video, something like that, every day. And at the end of those 12 days, you'll be way ahead of where you are right now. So make sure you look at that link down below. And gosh, thanks for showing up.